Hello guys, I'm thrilled to introduce myself as a dedicated professional video editor. With 3 years of experience in dynamic world and video editing, I've had the pleasure of working on a wide range of projects, particularly focusing on fitness and video games. I absolutely love CapCut for its user-friendly interface and powerful editing tools. It's a fantastic platform that allows both beginners and professionals to create stunning videos. The flexible and creativity it offers are unparalleled, making it a joy to use. CapCut's features like advanced filters, transitions, and effects open up endless possibilities for bringing stories to life in visually captivating ways. What I enjoy most about video editing is the ability to transform raw footage into a compelling narrative that resonates with audiences. It's a blend of art and technology where every cut, transition, and effect contributes to the final masterpiece. Whether I'm adding the perfect music track or fine-tuning the color grading, every step is an exciting part of the creative process. Working with CapCut has been a rewarding experience, and I'm excited to continue exploring new ways to evaluate my projects and inspire others with the magic of video editing. Let's create something amazing together. So what to expect in this video? Start with the basics, how to download and install and navigate the interface. Perfect for beginners who are just getting started with the video editing. A step-by-step tutorials. I'll guide you through every feature of CapCut, from simple edits like editing and trimming to advanced tools like keyframe, animation, chroma key, green screen, and motion tracking, and much, much more. You'll learn how to create professional quality videos, whether for personal use or social media or business. Creative effects and features. We'll explore CapCut's library of effects, filters, and templates to make your videos stand out. I'll also show you how to use AI-powered tools like background removal and auto captions. Audio and music editing. Learn how to add music, sound effects, voiceovers to your videos. I'll also cover syncing audio with video and using audio effects for a polished finish. Exploring and sharing, I'll walk you through the best effort setting for different platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. You'll also learn how to save and manage your projects for future edits. Professional tips and tricks. Throughout this video, I'll share insider tips and tricks to help you edit faster and more efficiently. I'll also show you how I use CapCut in my professional video editing workflow. Promoting my video editing services. While CapCut is a fantastic tool, sometimes you need a professional touch. I'll showcase my video editing services and explain how you can hire me for custom projects. Whether you need branding videos, social media content, or advanced edits, I've got you covered. Q&A at the end of the video, drop a comment and let me know if you have any questions about CapCut video editing or my services. Feel free to ask anything. This is your chance to get personalized advice. At the end of this video, you'll have all the tools and knowledge you need to create stunning videos with CapCut. And if you are looking for professional level editing or don't have the time to edit yourself, check out my website for more details in the description. If you don't require professional services, then you can click on the link in the description to go straight or directly to the CapCut website and download the software and get editing yourself. So this first video is going to be getting started with CapCut. It should go for around about 30 minutes or so. The first thing we're going to do is download and install. Click on the link in the description to go straight to the CapCut website. Once you're at the CapCut website, you'll see a link here to download. Click on download and it should pop up in your download section. Just double click on it, on yes to confirm. Now I've already got it open, so what it's done is it's prompted me and it's letting me know that it's open and I need to close it to reinstall it. So you may need to do this if you're reinstalling the program, but we're just going to close it and click OK, and it should reinstall the program after we double click and confirm again. So now you'll see this. So you won't see all of those issues just there that just happened unless you already have the program installed. So normally you just double click it and it'll pop up with this window here and it will continue to install straight away. It'll download and install the program through this interface here. Depending on how fast your internet is, it takes some time. We just hit 100% and here's the interface here. So I'm already signed in. But what you want to do is click up here and sign in to your account. The easiest way to do that is to download the app on your phone, the CapCut app on your phone. Log into your account through your phone. You can just quite possibly set up your account through your phone if you want to, and then yeah, you can use the QR code to scan here and log in. If not, you just do it all on your computer. So, which is fairly straightforward. So you just log in with your username and password. After you've logged in, just grab it here and then move it around like this. And if it moves around all right, you know, if the interface seems okay, like you can interact with the templates, you can open new projects like this, you can add in folders and things like that, like videos, and it seems like it's all sort of running smoothly. And you're probably pretty much ready to go. But if you're still not sure and you're having issues further along with this video when it comes to processing videos and exporting and things like that, what you want to do is you probably do this before you start your project, right? So check these system requirements. So the system requirements are operating system Windows 10, processor Intel Core i3 or above, memory 4 gigabytes of RAM or above, graphics Intel HT graphics. So, you know, pretty basic requirements to be able to use the video editing software. Storage 2 gigabytes are available. So yeah, very low specs. You don't really have to have a great computer with a good graphics card. You should be right. But you know, the better computer you got with a better graphics card, the more you're going to be able to process your videos faster and export them. Pretty basic requirements there. So as you see now, I created a new project and then I added a video. I'll quickly show you how I did that again. So we'll just close this down. And as you can see, there's the project there. It's already saved it. So you can, if you want to, you can rename this project. You know, this is just a fitness video. So we're just going to rename it fitness. We know what it is now. Just create a new project. You click on create a new project and then you can import your video. So I'm going to import both these videos here and we'll work on this project. The first thing we're going to look at here is the timeline. So now that we've got both our videos in here, we can drag our videos down into the timeline. So this project, I'm not actually sure. It's been a while since I've done this video, so I'm not sure which video was first, but I think it was the shorter video. So we'll put that first, and then the longer video will be at the end. As you can see here, it says for this video here, it's 2 minutes, and then the right video is 10 minutes. So yeah, the timeline. So what is the timeline? The timeline is where all your video, audio, and effects layers are organized. It works like a storyboard where you can see a multitude of sequenced projects. So the key features of the timeline are track. The timeline has multiple track for video, audio, text, and effects. You can stack layers to create more complex edits. So here's just like we can stack here, just like stacking different things. So we'll get into that. You can zoom in and zoom out. So if you hold control and then you scroll in and scroll out, you can see how we can zoom in to the project. So it just expands the time here more. Zooming back out now, and you can see the time increase, you can see more of the time along the timeline. So zoom in and it's zooming in all the time. The next thing you got is your playhead. So here is your playhead. You can move it across the timeline like this to get to a specific point. So you just hold the left click down on your mouse and then move this timeline back and forth. There's me around. Okay, so we'll stop there like that. The next thing we're going to cover is the track magnet. So the track magnet is, see how I lift it up and it stops here? Now, I'm just going to put it there for the meantime. Now, if I click on turn on main track magnet, when I bring it down here, see how it still highlights in gray, but as soon as I let it go, it snaps straight to there, straight to the end of that last video. So you can turn that on or off depending on how you want to edit. So, if you have another video up here that you want to put in between this first video and the second video that you've put into the timeline, then you may want to have magnetic off so you can put your video seamlessly into the middle here. And then you would turn the magnetic on to snap everything together. So the next thing is markers. So we'll grab our playhead here and we'll stop just here. You can see I'm stretching and we'll go to the add marker. This is the add marker here. Click on that. And as you can see, it's put a little marker there where I was stretching. So I can come back to that and edit that whatever way I want to edit it when it's required. So move along here and we'll get to this leg, right, where I'm stretching that leg. And then we can put another marker there. So I know those two spots there are left leg and right leg. So if I want to mark each spot even more, you can put in like a text here and then just add in your text. Get rid of all this stuff that pops up. So we'll grab our default text and we'll drag it down onto our timeline, and there it is there. So make sure it's highlighted. We'll click on it and drag it into place. Double click, and this is our left leg. Right. So that'll help you identify the key spot when you drag your playhead across it. So you have the marker there, but as soon as you drag your marker, you'll see left leg and you'll know straight away. So you may need to do that for certain videos that are hard to kind of identify that look like other parts of the video. That's a reason why you would put in a bit of text there to identify it. We'll leave those key markers there and we may come back to them a bit later. The next thing we're going to move on to is how to organize clips. So we can drag and drop clips to rearrange their order. Okay, so as you can see, our markers have stayed on our video there. So we've still got our markers there, which is nice. And what we need to do here is see how this is snapping back into place. We don't want it to snap. So we're going to take off our magnetic track and now we can move it along the timeline seamlessly without it snapping. And we can move our second video into first place and our first video into second place. Turn our magnetic snap back on and everything's together nicely. Okay, so we can snip. The next thing we're going to move on to is snipping longer clips into sections, remove unwanted parts and rearrange different parts of the video. So as you can see, we've just got a bit of a blank spot at the start where I'm walking in, and I'm just going to start about here. After we've snipped it, so I'm going to show you there. So put our playhead right there. That's where we're going to start. And over here, you'll see here, split. You can go delete left, delete right. So instead of going split, clicking on it, hitting delete, and then that's where our video starts. We can undo everything, right? To go back and I'll show you. So this is the undo button. So we're going to start about here, and we're just going to make sure we've clicked on a video and we'll go delete left. So that'll take out the whole process of manually deleting the part that we don't want and everything. So we're just going to go delete left and then boom, it's done. And you can do the same for, whatever other side you want to do. So if you want to go delete right, as you can see, it deleted the whole track up into the second video, right? Because that's where I had the splits. So, if I do another split here and then another split here, and then I come back to here and I go delete right, it'll just delete up until that next split. So that's how it works. It'll delete from the left or the right. It will delete left or right up until the split. Okay, so let's undo all of that. Yeah, the next thing we're going to do is the color-coded layers. So video on one layer and text on the other. So we'll just do video and text instead of layering videos here. So yeah, bit of an example about how you can do the video layering, but that's more advanced. So we'll get to that another time. We're just going to do text and video at the moment. So pretty simple. We'll just grab this, and I showed you this before. So we'll just to the text and the video, and we can color code it. All right. So as you can see, it's white. So we'll make sure we click on it over here in the timeline. We'll drag this out a little bit, go to effects, and you can select all different types of effects here with different colors. Just an example, here's one here. It's green. So yeah, just animated in with a different color. So yeah, there's a lot of different animations that you can go through here. If you want to create a custom text, go back over to the text, and we have an AI generation.
Getting Protect Edge for your family is one of the best things you could do to protect.
So we've got the AI generated text here, AI packaging and everything like that. We're just going to go down to, here's a project that I created before with custom text. So click on that and give you an example. Go to this one, and we'll drag this down into the timeline. You can see here it's like all different colors, and it has a multitude of different patterns on it. You come over here to the left, AI generated. Click on that. You can generate different style of text that you may want to generate. So this is one that I've done myself. So we'll just delete this and we'll create a fresh one. So in here you got the text. So let's create a grassy green. You've got a limit there of 20 characters for each text generation. So it has to be short. So yeah, we're just going to go with, we'll go with fluffy, right? Fluffy, grassy, green. Now, see what we get here. If it's going to turn out silver like that, that's definitely not what I expected. So I may need to get rid of the word fluffy. And we'll just put in green grass, right? As you can see here, it will tell you how many, it costs you credits to create the text. I have 850 credits. So that's what you get on the basic plan, the basic monthly plan, around about 850 credits. So you can continuously, create different things. And once you've created it, it's always going to be there for you to reuse. So, pretty generous. It's only 2 credits. So green grass, let's see what we get. So we're just going to add that and see what we get. I don't know why it's turned out. Okay, here we've got this prompt. We've got this prompt over here to the right that's sitting in there saying silver satin. So we'll take that out. So yeah, we're putting our prompt here on the left, and then we click here on the right to generate the actual style of the text. So here it's saying bacon and basil pasta. That's not. So we're just gonna we'll put in green grass over here again. See what we get. So you have to generate and sort of edit this text a bit. There we go. Now we've got the green grass. So you can put in like your color. So this is the left part is like your kind of color and what you want in the text, and then the right is kind of like your theme for it. So because I just wanted pretty basic, just green grass, then I put that in both the left and the right. So we'll drag that down, we'll add that, and you can see here we've got some pretty cool green grass text. Actually looks really good. So yeah. Okay, so tips for navigation. We can undo and redo things fairly quickly. So as I showed you before, we've got the undo, so we can undo everything. It'll take us back as far as we need to go. And we're back to where I want to be, where I haven't actually edited anything in the video, but we still have our AI generated text and everything here. So as you can see here, it's up in our portfolio of AI text, and we can add that in later. So you don't lose anything that you've generated in the software. All of this is saved to the cloud. Okay, so we can lock the tracks into place so we don't accidentally edit them. How do we do that? Let's just get 2 separate tracks here. So we'll put this video up here and this video down here. So we're going to lock the top track. So we'll make sure we've clicked on it. Over here, you'll see lock track. Okay, so that's completely locked and it cannot be edited. See, all of this split is out. We can't split anything. We can't move it. Nothing can be done to it. So if you're on a device that, I don't know, if you're on a computer that tends to have a mind of its own, you're probably infected, but If you're on a computer that has a mind of its own, you may need to lock your tracks so nothing weird happens on your tracks. If you're editing large projects and you're getting confused between different projects in your timeline, then you may need to lock your tracks, so you don't accidentally edit them while you're editing other videos. So like right now, I can put see how the timeline, see how those splits come back up as soon as I go over this other video. See how they're not available there, but as soon as I go over this other video, they are. So what I can do here is I can just go split. I can split this as many times as I want, and I don't even have to select that video because these videos, this top video is locked. So let's just give you an example. You see how this is snapping? So I need to turn the snap off, and turn the magnetic snap off. We'll move this over here and I'll just show you something, right? So we'll take off the visual. We'll hide this top track, all right? First, we have to unlock it. Click on it, hide it, lock it. Okay. So now we can just edit this without seeing the other one, while this video is under the top video that has been locked. So we're just watching the bottom video here. And let's just say I want to split it here and split it here. And then what we can do is we can go back and we can show the top track. And that's where I'm doing a specific thing in the top track. All right. So let's just say I want to take out this in the top track. Okay, so this is the bottom track is where I'm sitting, right? Let's just say I want to take out the area where I'm sitting in the bottom track, but keep the part in the top track where I'm up, like that. It just allows easier editing, so that affecting the top one. Because what will happen sometimes is while this top one is unlocked, you may have it accidentally selected, and then you may edit this top one when you're trying to edit the bottom one, and you don't want to do that. So just lock it and then edit the bottom one, and we'll delete this part. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep the gap there like that because we wanted to show the top part, right? Where I was at a different spot. So that's how it was going to be. What do we need to do now? What we do is we unlock the top part, select the top part, snip there, split there, and we'll split here. Then we take out the left and the right, and you can see here it'll transition into what I need it to transition into. It changes the way we want it to change. Now what we can do is we can move this top part down into the bottom part. So select everything, we hit link. Okay, so now we've got these videos where we want them to be, right? We've got the top video section down into the bottom section of the timeline into the other video. So both those videos are merged together now. But what we have is a little bit of a gap here. Now, there's only a gap because we move things around a bit, but if you don't move things around, you just snap them. If you just split them where they're supposed to be split it and then move them into place, they should be right. But if you've got a bit of a gap here, what you can do is you click on snapping. You want to turn the snapping on, and then you'll see this line. When you move it, you'll see the line there that comes up, and it'll drop right into place and snap into place. And there we go. They'll transition into each other fairly nicely. So there's more things we can do for each section. We can add in transition effects. We'll just do this one here, and we can put that into there, and then we can put this one here. Some transition over here as well. So now that we've covered lock track, we can have a look at the muting of the audio. So we'll just highlight all of these, just this one video here, and after we've highlighted it, we'll go to audio, and we have heaps of different selections here that we can go through to do different things for the audio. Now these are different customizable settings. The quickest way to mute your track is to select it, right click, and you can go to vocal isolation, so you can remove the vocals out of the video so you can't hear anyone speaking, or you can just go keep vocals, and that should remove any other noise that is not a vocal. As you can see here, it's isolating voice, it's loading up. Then you've got different effects like enhance the voice, normalize loudness, and you can see, yeah, this video has no vocals, so as you can see, it said there, vocals not detected. It was just a fitness video outside. So yeah, muting the audio. The easiest way to do that is if you zoom in on your track a little bit. You'll see here there's like your cursor. You'll see an up and down section here, and you'll see there's little bars for the sound on the track, on the timeline, the video track. So you can just move that up or down, and you'll see here it moves this section under the audio volume, and it moves it down to 0 decibels, and then be completely muted. That's if you want to do a split section within the main video, and you want to leave these other two with audio. We'll just turn this back up. So if you want to mute the whole thing, just highlight it, and then go over here to the left and click on mute track, and it'll mute the whole thing instead of having to go through each individual one. And you can see here at the start here, it's even muted there, but we haven't turned the volume up or down on it. As soon as you unmute it, see there's the wind again. So we'll unmute it, and I'll show you another audio setting which is good for editing out sound like wind, right? So we've got the noise, reduce noise, and then we've got normalize loudness. So as you can see, there's wind there. So we'll just go normalize loudness, and then we'll go reduce noise. And as you can see, there's still a bit of wind, so it's not always going to take out the sound of the wind. You need more advanced tools for that, but you also need to make sure you're recording your video with sound isolation materials on your mic. So yeah, if you're in a studio, you'll need something like this, a pop filter, and that'll remove certain syllables and things like that when you're speaking into the mic. If you're outside, you need some type of wind guard, like a cover, something like this. You can see they come in all different varieties. Yeah, I didn't particularly need this wind guard for this video because I didn't need a wind guard for this video because it was just a fitness video outside. I wasn't speaking or anything, so it wasn't really necessary. And this track can be completely muted and music can be added to it with text and audio and things like that. So this video has been a basic video about the timeline navigation and organization of clips, part 2 of the video, which will be a separate video again. This video is going to be about the toolbar, and an overview of the tools in the toolbar. So the first thing we're going to look at is the cutting and trimming. So we're just going to do a bit of cutting and trimming through this whole video here. Now, depending on what type of video you have, this video has no audio. I'm actually muting the whole thing right now, and then we'll add a separate track with audio. But if you have a video with vocals in it, then you can automatically snip out everything that you need to snip out through AI. And how you can do that is, so we'll just select this section and we can click on here, transcribe. It's not going to work properly because I don't have vocals in this video. I have a video with vocals at the moment. As you can see here, no speech found. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll grab a video with audio and I'll show you how that works.
The tax code is like, you could fill this room with the tax code. It's only an AI could even understand the tax code. Maybe.
Welcome to. Okay, so I've got a video here, just a gaming video with audio. So we'll make it shorter, just for example. We'll just split it, transcribe. So here you can see the transcribing of audio. Now I've already transcribed. This video has actually already been transcribed, so all the text is perfectly sort of sequenced together. But if there's any gaps that you want to take out in the transcribing of the audio, you can do that. You can do that here, but you've also got the pro section. It'll add all of the text to the screen for the transcript. You can edit certain parts of it, clicking edit, and just take out the word, delete whatever word you want to delete, and it'll take it out of the text on the screen. It should, I think, it takes it out of the video as well. Let's talk out of nowhere during this. So we'll take out of nowhere, text. Delete that part. Random sphere appeared. As you can see, it took out that part of the video. It edited that part of the video in the timeline. So instead of looking for specific parts in the video with your marker and going along and trying to find out, where everything is and then editing it out, you can do the transcribe trick. Bring up your transcript and click in here after you've clicked on edit. Once you're in edit, Control F. Actually, we can't find it. Yeah. Once you're in edit, you go to search, and I'm just going to type in I am, and you can see here, this is the part here that we're looking for, who I am, and we're going to keep that. We'll look for something else like pop-up, and we can delete the pop-up out of the video. Right, we'll just go to our pop-up that's been highlighted and delete that. Oh, we deleted other stuff as well, but it's all good. We can just go to our undo and go back into and get our pop-up, and then we can reset and get rid of the pop-up, and there we go. So now the pop-up is out and removed. So yeah, that's quick, easy editing with the transcribe, cut and trim. So yeah, that's a bit more advanced. It's not really, a lot of people don't use that. Basic users will go in and they'll try and edit each section out. But yeah, that's how you do that. It'll save you a lot of time, because if there's a certain spot where someone has said something that you want to take out, like, I don't know, say they're talking about a certain subject that you want to take out of the video, then you can just search it straight away through the text and then remove it. So the next thing we're going to move on to is speed. So back to our fitness video, and we're going to snip here. We'll just increase the speed of this section here where I'm walking, right? So we'll go like from a smooth transition of walking normally to walking really, really fast, and then walking normally again, or stopping, right? Just as something random to do, right? So how do we do that? We just click on that section that we've split up, and we'll go over here to speed at the top right, and we're going to increase the speed all the way up to 10 times max. Oh no, that's actually going to be too fast. So we'll go at about 5, and that's going to be a quarter of a second, 20 milliseconds there. So you'll see here how I go from slow to fast. I'll show you one more time. We'll do it over here too. Make the stretching fast. That's a bit boring, right? We don't want to watch stretching for too long. Just as an example, I don't know if I'd actually do this for the video, but yeah, just as an example, we'll go split it up, select it again, and we'll go back to 8 this time, right? As you can see, it shortens the video, and you can see here it says 8.00 times. See how it's shortened down. So here we go. And again, there's that nasty wind, so we want to mute it. So the next thing we're going to do is reverse the clip. So first thing we need to do is copy the section that we just created. So right click, go up to the top, click copy, and you can click over here out of the click away from it, and you can go Control V to paste that section, or you can just go paste, right? So we'll just show you paste. So that's the way most people usually do things. So the way most people do things, but it's probably the best example for you guys, so you can see how to do it as a beginner. The Control V's for more advanced people. But so we've got the second clip here, and now we need to reverse it. So how do we reverse it? We go up here to the toolbar, or the section here, and click on reverse. It'll reverse the whole clip. May take a while to load depending on how fast your computer is. That video has completed reversing. So see if you I'm touching my left leg first, then my right leg moving forward. So we'll go to the reversed video now. See, I touch my right leg first, and then my left leg. Completely reversed. We'll watch the whole thing. Left, right, move forward, and then move back, and then right and left. forward. Yeah, that made me look like I was doing something I didn't actually do, which is pretty cool. But if you want to do something like that, then you can do something like that. So the next thing we're going to do is look at the video effects. So up here, you've got your little star. Click on that. So yeah, when I say effects, it's not just this area of effects. You've also got the stickers, the transitions, filters, all those different things. But we're just going to look at this section at the moment. And what we'll do is we'll just add in this orange active. I can't see what it's actually called, but we'll just add in this orange active for our reversed video. Drag it down and drop it into section. Here from our first video. It's actually a pretty cool effect. I really like that. I'm going to add that. So if you want to add that to your playlist, what you can do is you can click on this little star, click on the star, and it'll add it into your favorites. So your favorites will be up here, and there it is there. I did another effect here. This is another one of my favorite effects here. So we'll add that in for the first part. We just got some stardust floating down. We'll do a few more splits, and we'll look at a few more effects. So split here. You want to be strategic in where you're splitting things, right? And where you're putting in these effects and different things like that. I'm just doing this as an example, not really being structured or organized in this at the moment because I'm not editing this video, but I probably should be editing this video while I'm doing it, but yeah, all good. So we'll go to this next section and we're going to look at blur, right? So let's just blur something out. So we'll type in blur and there's all different types of blur effects here that we've got. So this is probably the most normal one you would use here. As you can see, everything's blurred out. You don't like that one, you know, there's another different type of blur effect here. See, it just sort of smears a blur around the outside and then focuses on a clear picture in the middle. Another one we can look at is glitch. Let's look at glitch. There's one here. Here's another one here. A few different effects. So we'll move over to audio again and audio now. And what we're going to do here is add music, sound effects, voiceovers. You can also adjust audio levels and apply fade in and fade outs. So we'll go back to our first video here, zoom in, because this has audio. I'm actually going to remove all of this script on it, because we don't want that on there. So just as an example, we can randomly take some audio from this gaming video, and we can extract the audio. Now our audio has been extracted. We can move it over to our fitness video. You can see here, and chill. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. As you can see here, we've added that into fitness video. Now, for an example, what you could do is you could create a video with just a voiceover talking about a subject that you want to talk about, and then upload that video or recording, however you want to record the audio. You can do it through video or through just a voice recording. Add the audio in and it'll be in here, and then you'll drag your audio down into the timeline. Once it's in the timeline, you can extract the audio from the video, or you can just have the audio straight there from an audio recording. Once it's there, then you can add it to your timeline. So that's basically how you would do a voiceover, and you would need to split up your video to different sections that would align with whatever you're talking about. As you can see, I kind of just fluked that where I put it into place and then it was there. I don't know. I'm talking about inhabiting myself into the environment, and I'm actually outside here doing. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. There you go, my personality into the environment. So we'll do some fade in and fade out. So I'll show you how to fade it in and fade it out. So we'll select our audio, just highlight our audio, and we'll go over here to our fade in and fade out. So you can see here left and right, you can see down where the track is, it's moving the fade in and fade out. So we'll just fade it in a little bit at the start, and then we'll fade it out a little bit at the end. And you'll see a little bit more. You'll see what it sounds like. Welcome to my ultimate fusion of tech and chill. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit, and I want it to reflect who I am. As you can see, it's fading in and fading out. Now, there's different ways to do this. So if you don't want to do it up here through the menu, through the basic, you can do it here on each track in your timeline, you'll see an option where you can select the little round circle and you can pull it left or right, and it'll show you the amount of seconds that you're able to fade it in, fade it out for. So here I've faded it out for 5.3 seconds. And I don't know, let's just say I want to go 3.3 seconds or something. Then I'll stop there and it's 3.3 seconds fading out. That's fade in and fade out. That's a bit about the voiceovers and the audio. Stickers and overlays. Let's move to stickers and overlays. So let's put in a sticker and an overlay. Up here we've got stickers. Here's a random sticker here that we'll just put in, and we'll do that all the way along. Welcome to my ultimate fusion of tech and chill. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. Here there's that cool sticker. We can make it bigger or smaller. You just drag left and right here and increase the size. So we'll have a look at it again now that it's larger. And chill. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. There you go. So yeah, that's stickers. You've got all different types of stickers here. You can go with the arrows, little characters. You can generate your own sticker here. So what kind of sticker do we want? Let's inhabiting myself into the environment. Let's do that. I don't know what that's going to make, but let's just do that. Get a little sticker here, something to do with the environment. Yeah, someone inhabiting themselves into the environment. There we go. So add that. And we've got this little character here in a bunch of trees. My personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. Infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. Alright, so yeah, you've got a whole different you've got heaps of different selections here that you can go through and pick whatever sticker you wanna pick. A popular one is like an arrow. If you select who I am. If you want arrows, then you can whatever you want to do with that. So next thing we've got is the Chroma Key. So this is the green screen tool, and you can remove backgrounds and replace them with custom images or videos. Okay, so we'll select our video here and we'll go up to, so we've got a video selected over here and section here for Chroma Key. So select Chroma Key. Once we've selected this little color picker here, we can select whatever we want. So we can select the sky, different parts of the sky here, or we can select the ground and different parts of the ground. As you can see, I'm wearing green, so I kind of blend in with the grass, which isn't really a good scenario to be able to remove the background of the actual ground. When you're recording, if you want to remove a specific color, you want to make sure you're like the opposite color of whatever the background is or whatever the area is that you want to remove with the Chroma Key. So an ideal color for me to be here would have been like not wearing shorts and a t-shirt, wearing full sleeve t-shirt, full pants, and also wearing black or white or something. Whatever's opposite to green, whatever stands out within green. So let's just try and change the sky, because I know I can't change the ground there. So we'll just change the sky. So we'll click on that, and you can see here it's selected that color. So we've got the intensity, right? So we can increase the intensity on the Chroma Key, or we can lessen it. So if we just want to change specific parts of it, so we're just going to increase it. And then you've got the shadow as well, right? So we can get our buildings back, and then readjust this top part a bit more. You can see we've still got our buildings in the background, and we can feather it as well to make it look more natural. Clean up the edges a bit, and that's the Chroma Key. After we've changed the Chroma Key to black, we've got a little bit of a spot here. I don't know where that came from, but I don't think we can remove that. I don't know where that came from, but we may have to reselect again. So we'll just reselect again. Actually, that's just where we selected everything. But so after we've selected our sky and adjusted our Chroma Key settings, we have to hit the basic, and we want to change the background. That's the whole reason why we use the Chroma Key, right? So we'll go to our canvas and then we can select whatever we want. So we've got our blurs, we've got our colors, we've got our patterns, and then we've got our brand backgrounds. So here's just some patterns. We'll have a look at the blur first, right? So see there is a blur, and we can just blur the sky out a little bit. Then we've got our colors, and we can change the color completely. So let's just say for the scenario, we wanted a nice blue sky without clouds, then we can just add in our nice blue sky there. It does not look real, that does not look natural, but you could adjust the colors so it does. Go back a bit, rid of this blur. We're just going to go with a pattern here. All right, so let's just go with this one. There's a cool pattern. Use Christmas theme. You've got heaps of different patterns here. So yeah, there's a completely different sky that we've just added in. But yeah, that actually looks really cool. I'm gonna imagine going with that, like daytime, but it's nighttime. That's actually pretty cool. You can see the stars in the sky, but the ground is day. I like it. All right, so move on to the next thing, branded background. So you can put in your brand. So if you have a specific brand that you'd like to market in the background here, you can do that. So your brand assets will appear here, upload media in brand kit. So I think you need some type of branding kit with CapCut to be able to do that. I'll show you the branding kit. So you can see over here we've got our media and then we've got our brand assets. Right, so we have no brand assets in there yet. So what we're going to do is close this down and create a brand asset. So you can see here, this is one of my spaces, and we want to create a new space, and we're just going to call this upload some media. So let's just upload this photo. I don't even know what this is. It's just a random photo of CapCut. So you can see here on our right, we've got our brand kit. So under brand kit, you've got videos, images, stickers, fonts, backgrounds, and your music. So it's all very well organized for you with the brand kit. For an example, we're going to load that random photo again. As you can see here, CapCut brand kit is not available on mobile currently. So I don't think it's available on the mobile yet, but we do have it on PC. So we've just got a random image here for our brand, and we can upload some stickers. I don't even know what these other photos are, but it's going to upload that. And then we've got some backgrounds as well. Just uploaded a background of Nike. There's a Nike sticker. There's a background. There's an image. Yeah, you just upload random music, and this is all for your brand, right? So this is going to be in a different space. We'll go back to our project and under media to our certain project. So we've got our project here, and you can see we have our photo in our project. I mean, I think I uploaded the other things because it was still uploading, but yeah. So we'll go back over to our whole Chroma Key that we were doing. Select our video again. We'll go to the basic and hit our canvas and back down to brand backgrounds. And you can see here we have a branded background. So that's just an example. Nike custom designs. There's some Nike shoes, all right? In the background. Let's play that. Ultimate fusion of tech and chill. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. Along the way, there are always those unexpected elements that. So a bit of a mixture there. We've mixed a few things up. So we'll look at keyframes now. We'll just do an example of a keyframe where you can zoom in and zoom out, where you can scale in and scale out. So I'm going to zoom in on our timeline a little bit here, and this is where we'll just pick a random spot where we can do our keyframe. So up here you've got transform, up here you've got scale. Here you've got position, rotate, blend, then down here you've got relight. Okay, so first we're going to have a look at transform. So we'll just click transform. It says here, right click the keyframe to create variable speed animations. So we'll right click and we'll show variable speed animations, and it brings up a whole other list of things that we can do up here. We can move these along different sections. It says here, right click the keyframe to create variable speed animations. So we'll start with our first one and we'll go preset curves. And here we're going to download the ease in. So we'll use that one. To our next one, preset curves, go to quad in. Actually, we'll pick something completely different, right? So we'll go ease out, ease in to ease out. Actually, no, our ease in is going to be our first one, right? So the second one's going to be just ease. And then the last one will be ease out. And we'll watch this. Personality into the personality in. So yeah, that's how that works. And then go to this, the first one here. And then what we're going to do is select what we want to do with it. The next one, select what you want to do with it. So this first one, we've got as scale. Delete the keyframe by selecting this. I've already deleted one of the keyframes. So we've only got 3 keyframes now. So we got rid of the ease in. Yeah, we've got different transforms here. So ease out. And yeah, they do all different things for whatever keyframe you're trying to set up. So we'll go back, remove all of that. That's a little bit more advanced. And we'll select our video again. We're just going to do a scale. So we'll just scale in. We'll do an ease in. What we're going to do here is zoom in to about there. Go to our next section out here. And we'll select our scale again. The next one here, right click, preset curves. Personality into the environment I inhabit. Personality into the environment I inhabit. It should show us zooming in, scaling in, and scaling out. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I actually need to remove this transform. All right, let's start again. So keyframes, select where you want in the video, base and do a scale, we'll zoom in, we'll select our scale, ease in, scale is going to go in to 184%, move it along, select our scale, right click, preset curves, personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect. Ease out. And then we want to hit our scale again. Back to, now you should see it zoom in and then zoom out. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who and chill. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. So yeah, it didn't zoom in, but it zoomed back out. To zoom in, we have to do a bit more tinkering around with it. Yeah, you get the gist of it. So keyframes, basically, you select a point where it zoom in and zoom out, and that's the scale. And then we've got blend. You know, you can select different parts of what you want to do for the blend. So we'll change the blend as well. Select there, and it's going to go from the sky like that. You can select different things here, so we'll brighten it a bit. Make sure we've got a preset curves. This time we'll do a bit of a cubic in. Change it just here. Do another blend with the opacity back up. Do a preset curves. We'll make sure we've got our cubic out. Personality into. Let's have a look at that. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. See, we've got lots of galaxy there. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. Okay, so yeah, have a bit of play with it. You can see how it works now, how you can add and unadd different keyframes, different effects for your keyframes. So you've got a lot of different types of keyframes that you can use. All right, next one is the filters and adjustments. So we can, we're going to filter this video just a little bit. I actually don't like this arrow, so we're going to remove this arrow. I don't like. So up here you'll see adjustments. So if we click on adjustment, make sure we've got our video selected. You've got different adjustments here. So there's a few. Here's like a branded filter adjustment that was included in CapCut. So we'll just add that over to here. and that'll change the color
It's
of
about
everything.
infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect.
So let's remove that, and you can see it changed the color a bit, right? So it just brightened it. Yeah. So yeah, there's two that you get with the branded kits. We'll see what the second one is. Yeah, that made things
I
like
inhabit.
orange. Yeah, it made the grass orange. So you can import your own cube and 3D files. You can
This domain, and I want it to reflect.
you can custom design your own. So here's an adjustment here on that. We've got the LUT right here. And again, you can do your keyframes. So we can add in our keyframes. But yeah, we don't have any at the moment, so I'll be able to show you any adjustments. But that's where the adjustment section is, and you can do different adjustments like apply filters to change the mood of your video and fine-tune brightness, contrast, and saturation. So over here you've got the color wheel, so we can change the color here to different colors. So that's just a custom one that we've come up with. And as you can see, as soon as we remove it, it removes the color that we just created, right? So that's how you do your color adjustments. And then, you've got your intensity, your curves, HSL. The main thing is like your color. So you can change your color here, make it more intense or less intense. You can add masking. So we want to mask this, mask a certain section of it. Would track. Image isn't actually moving, so we can't track it, but we can do that over here, right? We can track me. See, it'll move the video with
It's
me.
about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am.
Position, you can change the position and feather different sections. Yeah, main thing is just the color. So that's your filters and adjustments. So how do we export the video? So once we've created the video, how do we export it? Just get rid of all this other stuff that we're not going to use. Do that little section. We'll do is we'll highlight the section we want, cut it, and we'll remove whatever's at the front here, and then we'll Control V to paste everything to where we want it. So now we've just got this small little video here. The hazy illuminated video, but yeah, let's export it. So we'll go up here to our export. We'll name it whatever we want. CapCut and video editing demo. Select our folder wherever we want to save it to. So it's just going to save it to the default area, your app data, your local, your CapCut, and your videos. It's important that you also name your folders in the correct order. So this project is going to be for Monkey, and then what we're going to do is name this. Main title is going to be CapCut, right? Because this video is about CapCut. So we go CapCut, and then in CapCut, name another section. And so far in this video, we've covered toolbar, navigating, and organizing clips. So we'll call it toolbar, navigating, and it's nicely organized. You've got your brand there. You've got the second brand that we are marketing within the brand, and then we've got the subject of whatever the video is going to be about. And then within this subject, you want to make sure you've got different sections. So you may want a different section called editing if you're just putting different splitted edited sections or videos into here. So you may want an editing folder. The second folder you're going to want is a finished folder. So the videos that go into here will be the videos that you upload to YouTube or your website or wherever you're going to put your video. And then you'll want like your thumbnails, shorts, because we can make a short out of this, which I'll show you how to do after. Any other relevant information for your project, you'll want to put within this section. So you also need a folder called like recording, like your recordings in there. And that's where you'll like grab your projects from normally. So you'll create all of your folders first for the project, and then
you'll make sure you have all of this in order. You make sure you have your folder structure in order before you save everything. Because when you, because these videos that I've put into CapCut are from the desktop. So what will happen? I'll give you an example of what happens is when I change the videos, the video location of the video that I've put into CapCut, it won't recognize it again, and you won't be able to work on the same project. So you make sure you set up your folder structure first correctly, and I'll show you why. So we're just going to save this to finished, right? So because we're finished this video, and we'll just export it. Welcome to my ultimate fusion of tech and chill. It's about infusing my... Now you can upload it to TikTok, YouTube, and all of that. So I'll show you an advanced way of uploading it. So we're just going to leave it as 0202. I'm going to rename it at the moment. It's going to the same folder. So you can take off the watermark. You can keep the watermark on, remove it, or put it up on the left hand. So at the moment the watermark is CapCut. So you can change you should be able to change the watermark to whatever watermark you want, your branded content. If you upload your watermark in your branded content. Video resolution, so you can change your video resolution all the way up to 4K. Now the bit rate, you probably want this at recommended for most projects, but if you're doing something that you want to be really crystal clear about, you might want to go higher or custom, change it to whatever bit rate you want, and then select your codec right here. So here's a bit of information about the exporting for H.264. Compatibility is the most universal supported format. So yeah, like I was saying, it's the most common. And nearly every device and platform can handle it without issues. So if you're worried about your computer being able to export efficiently, just make sure you use the H.264. File size and quality. H.264 offers a good balance of quality, file size, but is not as efficient as HEVC. Export time, faster exporting compared to HEVC because it is less complex to encode. When to use H.264, if you need compatibility across all devices and platforms. For example, if your video is going on YouTube, social media, or general distribution, if you prioritize fast export times and don't mind larger file sizes. Havoc. So compatibility, newer format. It's a newer format of the H.2. So while it's supported on many devices, especially modern ones, some older devices or software might struggle with it. File size. HEVC compresses video more efficiently than H.264, meaning you can get the same or even better video quality with smaller file sizes. Export times. HEVC takes longer to encode because it's more complex compression. When to use HEVC, if a file size is a major concern and you need to keep video quality high while reducing the file size, like for archiving large video libraries. If you targeting platforms that support HEVC, such as newer streaming services or modern devices like phones and 4K TVs. If you're uploading a 4K video to YouTube or something like that, then the HEVC is probably the way to go. Yeah, if you've got a good computer, then I'd go with the HEVC. But in most cases, like most of my videos, they go with the H.264, and so like if you're running like 60 frames per second or a very high frame rate, the max frame rate you can get on CapCut at the moment is 60 frames per second. But if you're at about 60 frames per second, I recommend that you go with the HEVC. And then you've got the HEVC Alpha, which is probably been better than HEVC. So it's just a bit of a buff by the sounds of it. So yeah, the general question here is which to use for video editing export. H.264 is typically the go-to if you're exporting for online sharing or distribution where universal compatibility is crucial. So yeah, if you're uploading to a lot of different social media websites, then you definitely want to go with the H.264. And yeah, this is the one I use. If you're doing content for large media corporation, then you probably go with the HEVC. What does it say? HEVC is a great choice if you're looking for more efficient compression, especially for higher resolution videos like 4K. You're working with more modern hardware and software that supports it. If you're working with high-res content like 4K and don't mind slightly longer export times, HEVC can be a solid choice for storage or professional use. But for most general sharing and editing workflows, H.264 should be sufficient. So yeah, it all depends on what project you're doing. So I could export both of these in different ways and show you the quality difference, but you won't really be able to tell the difference too much because you'll be watching in a certain resolution anyway. So you've got your bit rate. So you can turn this high. By turning this high, it'll increase the quality of your video. Recommended, is recommended. If you want a custom bitrate, you can turn this all the way up, to, I don't know, something like 34 kilobits per second, and that'll be really good quality. I could go into detail about all of the bit rates, but yeah, you can go look at the numbers for the bit rates and what you would need for your bit rates, depending on what project you're doing. Then you've got format, right? So CapCut offers MOV and MP4. The most common is MP4. That's the most compatible with all of the media sites. So I recommend going with MP4, and it's very good quality. The MOV, it's compatible. It's just as compatible. So yeah, either one's good. But I like the MP4. So you've got your audio here. You can select a separate track to be exported along with your video in whatever format you choose. So you've got MP3, WAV, AAC, VLAC. So I usually leave that blank because I like everything in one video, the audio and everything. Like I've got it all edited here in separate sections. So I usually do it. Export a gift. So you can export a picture, which is this one here. So you can edit the cover when you're going to edit. So I'm going to have to click allow here. So as you can see, it's taken a screenshot, and we've got this is like Canva, and we can add in a template or a thumbnail for our video. So let's just go with this one, right? Full body, we can change the color. We'll just change this to green, apply, change this one to green, apply over here. I'm just going to remove this one. Anyway, so we've got our little things here. This one, I'll just name this workout, make it bigger, like that. And now we've got a nice template. As easy as that, it's done. We save it, and now we've got our thumbnail, right? Now we've got our thumbnail in our video, and that's what it'll look like when you upload it to YouTube. YouTube should recognize that, and then it will be straight to your thumbnail. But yeah, what we do is to make sure you click this export gift resolution all the way up, and that should export our video thumbnail into our folder section so we can upload it later. Export. It's taking a little bit of time for me at the moment because I'm actually recording a video at the moment as well, so let's wait for it. Welcome to my ultimate fusion of tech and chill. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. So you can see here. Welcome to my ultimate fusion. It's generated a TikTok-sized video for us as well. So we can select that, and we can share that straight to TikTok if we want. You can check for copyright. We can't do it on this video because it's shorter than 1 minute. So we'll open the folder and we'll have a look at what we got. So you can see here we have our cover. So there's our thumbnail. And what we can do is, if you have Canva on you can open with Canva, and you can edit it in Canva if you want to edit it in Canva. So here's our finished video. Welcome to my ultimate fusion of tech and chill. It's about infusing my personality into the environment I inhabit. This domain, and I want it to reflect who I am. Along the way, there are always those unexpected elements that.
Interesting. This video has been a basic overview of the timeline, navigation and organizing clips, key features of the timeline, the tracks, the zoom in, zoom out, the playhead, the snapping, magnetic stick, the markers, how to organize the clips, drop and drag, split the clips, rearrange the clips, color code the layers with text and video, tips for navigation, undo and redo mistakes, lock the tracks in the timeline, mute audio tracks, and the toolbar, overview of the tools. Learn how to cut and trim a clip into different parts, perfect and remove unnecessary parts, delete, remove unwanted clips or sections from the timeline, increase and decrease the speed, adjust the different speed for the playback of a certain part that we've split or a certain part of the video in the timeline. We learned how to reverse the video, copy the video and reverse the video. We learned how to use different effects on the video, such as filters, transitions. We learned how to put in captions, transcripts, edit the video through the transcript, put in text, animations, create texts with AI. We learned a bit about the audio, how to extract audio from the video, where the audio goes, how to turn the volume up and down, how to mute the audio, how to remove background sound, how to isolate your voice in the audio. I showed you the stickers and overlays, the animations for the stickers and overlays. We introduced you to the Chroma Key, changing the sky with the Chroma Key from day to night. Then we went into keyframes. So we covered keyframes, changing colors in keyframes and scaling in and out, zooming in and out with the keyframes, certain sections of the timeline of the video. And then we showed you filters and adjustments with the brightness, contrast, and color saturation. And to finish it off, we covered how to export the video and different ways of how we can export the video. So if you require professional video editing services, you can hit me up on the website in the description, BATTLEDUTY-X, and purchase my services there. If not, click through to CapCut and download their software and enjoy your video editing. If you're looking for more in-depth video editing and tutorials on CapCut, you can find more information on my playlist on my YouTube channel or wherever you may be watching this. You should see a playlist there of more in-depth videos that will cover things like getting started, basic editing features, advanced editing features, effects and filters, audio editing, special features, exporting and sharing, promoting your video editing. So provide a website design service. So if you're looking to create a website for your video editing services or for whatever service you may need to provide online, then I can help you create that as well.